If more than one house is self-occupied, your gross annual value minus municipal tax. Even though it is self-occupied, we consider it as deemed let out along with the final answer of 40,027. Your fourth house is let out for what value? 30,000 per annum. A warm welcome to one and all. This is your ALsir here, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the last session of this topic called your income from house property. Under income from house property, all kinds of problems we have completed. Which are those? Like about your vacancy period, we have done. Your unrealized rent, we have completed. Your municipal tax paid by tenant as well as owner, we have completed. Interest part of current year and previous year, even the outstanding, we have completed. And the same portion which is used for different purpose, we have completed. All kinds, self-occupied, let out, profession, everything we have completed. Now, we are going with 5 houses today. Now, so there is a problem with 5 house problem. Now, so this kind of problem 90% will not get, but instead of 5 house, they may ask you 3 house. So that's why I have gone with 5 houses for the safer side, that you should not miss out a single problem in your examination. That's why you must be thorough with all kinds of problems in your syllabus. Now, I'll go with this question actually. The agenda is very simple. The problems on house property. Now, question you have to read it carefully. Why? Because we have 5 portion of houses. Now, in this, Sri Hattiyappa is the owner of 5 houses. He is the owner of how many houses? 5. Remember, I tell you the concept. If more than one house is self-occupied, I'll tell you more than. So one house you are residing, one more house your parents residing. Out of these 2, one will be considered as let out property. Clear? Once again, I'll come back. If you are living in 2 houses, one house has to be called as let out. It is not actually let out. It is deemed let out. Clear? It is what? Deemed let out, because income tax has given permission only for one house being self-occupied. If we use for profession purpose, then you can consider that house also for your calculation purpose. Like that is also tax free. Now, in this you have municipal valuation of 16,000, 12,000, 18,000, 25 as well as 16,000 respectively. Municipal tax is 10% of the municipal valuation which is paid by owner. So in case of your municipal tax, there is no confusion. Why? Because all the 5 houses municipal tax paid by the owner itself. Now, the first house is occupied by the owner for the self-residence. Beside this, he has used 1/3 portion of this second house. I'll go one by one. So house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, house number 4 and house number 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have total how many houses? 5 houses. The first house is occupied by the owner for self-residence purpose. So it will be what? Self-occupied property. No confusion, no calculation, nothing. Easy it is. Now, we'll come to second house. Beside this, he also owns 1/3 portion of the second house for self-use. In this, we have 1/3 is self-occupied. We call it as deemed deemed let out property. This will be what? Deemed let out property. Even though it is self-occupied, we consider it as deemed let out. Why? Because one house self-occupied given already. One more house, he cannot call it as self-occupied. It has to be called as let out. Directly we cannot call it as let out because he is only residing there. That's why we call it as deemed to be let out. Clear? Now, 1/3 portion of the second house for self-use and remaining part is let out to Mr. X. And remaining 2/3 is let out property. This is clear. Your second house is completed. 1/3 deemed let out, 2/3 it is let out. Now, we'll go to the third house. And the third house is let out. So it is easy. Let out property. Over. Next. And the fourth house is what? Yes. Remaining house, fourth house is let out to bank for 30,000. Your fourth house also let out property. It is also over. First house completely self-occupied. Second house 1/3 deemed let out, 2/3 let out. Third house let out, fourth house let out. Now the last one, fifth house. Fourth house is over and the fifth house used for hotel. Personal business. So it will be self-occupied along with profession. Along with this we call it as profession. Clear? Yes, it is all about your calculation. Now, so we got all this information and the first house part let out to Mr. X 8,000. It is not 8,000 actually. It must be 800 per month. It must be how much? 800 per month. It must be 800. We'll consider this as 800 per month. Now, these are the information we have right now. And these are the additional information we got. Now, the construction of third house was started. These are the information. Started on 2014 and ended on 15. What is the rule actually? The rule is very simple. It must be completed within 5 years. Now, loan for construction of the house is 2,500. So, how much interest paid? 2,500. The previous year, yes, we should consider that. But he has paid interest for the past years. So, old interest is not part of your income from house property. Clear? The past or old interest are not part of your income from house property. Clear? Only your previous year interest it is eligible to consider. Other than that, the old or previous one you are not supposed to consider. Hope you are clear. Now, during the previous year, he received 3,500 from the old tenant as arrears. This will be called as unrealized rent. Unrealized rent will come where? It will come under last. End we will get. All this information they have given for what? Third house. Now, all the information we have, compute income from house property. We are supposed to find out income from house property. Hope you are clear? Yes. Now, so it is self-occupied property, deemed to be let out property, let out property, let out property, let out property, and profession. Profession, it is nothing but self-occupied property. So these two houses are same actually. These two are same. Clear? Now, second house only. So this will be 1/3 and this will be 2/3. Hope you are clear. Now, what is the heading? The heading is computation of income from house property for the assessment year 2020 and 2021. 2021 for the assessment year 2020 as well as 2021. Hope you are clear. Yes, good. So we have done with all these calculations. Now, so we'll go one by one actually. We'll go one by one as per this. Now, during the previous year, so this, whatever municipal tax paid, 16,000, 12,000, 16,000 for house 1, we will not consider because self-occupied. We have 12,000, 18,000, 25,000, 16,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house also we will not consider because fifth house is for profession. First and fifth, no calculation. First and fifth. Why? Because first house self-occupied and the last house self-occupied for profession. Now, we'll go for these two. Now, what is the municipal value? 12,000. 12,000, 1/3, 2/3. 12,000. Municipal value are fair rent. For this, it will be your 12,000 into 1 by 3. 12,000 into 2 by 3. What will be your answer? 12,000 into 1 by 3, it will be like 4,000 and 8,000. So it will be 4,000 and 8,000. So this will be nil, this will be 4,000 and this will be 8,000. We cannot take 12,000 directly because they have made partition. Now, after this we have like, we have 18,000, 25,000. Yes, we have 18,000 and 25. We have 18,000 and we have 25,000. Clear? Yes. What is a fair rent? Fair rent they have not given in the question paper. Have they given anywhere fair rent? No, they have not given. So it will be what? Fair rent will be nil. So higher value will be 4,000, 8,000, 18,000, 25,000 and nil. Hope you are clear. Yes. Then we'll go for standard rent. In your question paper, they have not mentioned standard rent. So it will be what? It will be nil, 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 nil. Your answer is what? Lesser value. Lesser value. Standard rent is not given. Your final answer will be as it is. 4, 8, 18,000, 25,000 and the last column is nil. Now we go for actual rent. Actual rent. Now, so we'll go for actual rent actually. So here we have not received. It is self-occupied. Deemed let out actual rent will not come. We'll go for house to 2/3. So what is the rent actual received? So the second house for self and use remaining for 800 per month. It will be what? This will be 800 into 12. It will be 9,600. I'll calculate once. So 800 into 12, it will be 9,600. We'll go for the second house. Second house is over. Third house is let out 1,400 per month. 1,400 into 12. How much you will get? I'll calculate. 1,400 into 12. It will be, so 16,800. So this is done. And the next one will be what? Your bank. Bank is like your fourth house is let out for what value? 30,000 per annum. Per annum in the sense what? Need not to multiply with 12. The 30,000 is your final answer. So this will be what? 30,000. So we have to take whichever is higher. First it will be nil, this will be 4,000, this will be 9,600, and this will be like 18,000, and this will be like 30,000. So up to this we have completed. So this is what? Your gross annual value. So minus municipal tax. Municipal tax, how do we calculate? I'll go back to question. They have given municipal tax is to be paid by owner 10% of municipal value. First house, no municipal. Last house, no municipal. Why? Because self-occupied. For 12,000, we are supposed to. Municipal value, I'll calculate here. House 2, house 3, and house 4. House 2 we have like, so how much it is? 12,000. So we have 12,000 actually. So 12,000 multiplied with 10%, it will be 1,200. So it will be 400, it will be 800. How much? How come it is 1/3 and 2/3? Hope you got. Similarly, we have to calculate for everything. If it is 18,000, it will be 1,800. If it is 25,000, 10%, it will be 2,500. 10% and 10%. I got 400, I got 800, I'll write down. I got 400, I got 800, and I got 1,800 and 2,500. 1,800, 2,500. We'll see what is the answer. 4,000 minus 400, it is 3,600. I'll cross check once. Minus 400, yes, it is 3,600. This is net annual value. Similarly, we'll go for the second one. 9,600 minus 800, it is 8,800. We'll minus this. 18,000 minus 1,800, 16,200. 30,000 minus 2,500, 27,500. And the last one will be called as nil. Up to this, any doubt? No doubt. We'll go to the next one. Your net annual value, I write down once. 3,600. So first house will be nil. 3,600. 8,800. 16,200. 27,500. And the last one will be nil. Now, up to this we have completed minus 30% deduction under section 24, standard deduction. So we calculate 30% now. How much? 3,600 into 30% and 8,800 into 30%, 16,200 into 30%, and the last one 27,500. 27,500 into 30%. Now, I'll calculate one by one. 3,600 into 30 divided by 100. I got 1,080. 8,800 into 30%. 8,800 into 30%. I got 2,640. 16,200 into, what is the percentage? 30%. 4,860 and 27,500 into 30%, 8,250. 8,250. So these are the calculation we have done. 30% calculation. Now I'll write down one by one. So first will be nil, and the second one will be 1,080, and the third one 2,640, and next 4,860, and we have 8,250. Hope you are clear. Yes, we have done up to this. Less any interest paid. Is there any interest? We'll check it out. As I told you, only your previous year interest you can claim. Old interest you are not supposed to claim. Even though it is paid or not paid, previous year you can claim. Before previous year, preceding previous year, we are not supposed to consider. Now, so what is your previous year? It is 2,500. Preceding previous year, we are not supposed to take. This is for which house? This is for house 3, 2,500. So this will be house 3, 2,500. Now we are supposed to minus, and your income, how much you will get? 3,600 minus 1,080. 3,600 minus 1,080, 2,520. 2,520. 8,800 minus 2,640. You get 6,160. 16,200 minus these two. 4,860 minus 2,500. 8,840. The last one, 27,500 minus 8,250. 19,250. This will be what? Nil. Clear? Self-occupied and business purpose always nil. The last one, add unrealized rent. Yes, there is an unrealized rent of 3,500 for house 3. House 3, 3,500 is your unrealized rent. So income from house property. Income from house property. So what is your income from house property? Now add 3,500. 3,500. I got 12,340. 12,340. This will remain as it is. This will remain as it is. This will remain as it is. This will be nil. What is your final answer? So I'll calculate 2,520 plus 6,160 plus 12,340 plus 19,250. I got 40,270. This is your income from house property. Hope you are clear. Yes, this is all about your 5 house calculation. I'll go back to all these slides so that you can take screenshot. So this will be your question, problem number 19. This is a continuation of your question. So this will be your solution part, part 1. your solution part 2 along with the final answer of 40,270. It is all about your topic called income from house property. We have completed all kinds of problems under income from house property. Hope this much sufficient for your examination. Work out all the problem, watch all the sessions so that you will not miss out even 1 mark from this topic. Thank you.